You get the script, and what you fell in love with it
Yeah,
immediately. What
yeah.
were the touchstones for you?
For me, it just spoke to me in a way where I just knew that I could bring something to it and I could complete it. It was the meat was there, but I just was like, it just needs these things, and that's what gets me. That's what gets me going, and I don't feel that too often. So I had a pretty clear idea of what it needed to feel like, and that's how we got it going.
So you talked to Guillermo before
Guillermo del
this.
Toro, yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, he's been kind of giving me advice a little bit, and he was actually, kind of the catalyst for the decision because he said, direct only the films that need you, not the films that you need.
Oh,
Yeah, don't,
love that.
yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, and that's how I felt. That was exactly, I was like, this needs me. This needs my contribution to it. So
Mm.
it,
100%.
I jumped in.
So the two of you've known each other for what? Tell us about that. Like where you first
North of
met.
a decade,
Yeah.
right?
Wow.
We've been friends for a very, very long
Yeah.
time. I've been
Wild.
lucky enough to be able to call Aaron a friend
I
ever
love you.
since. Yeah.
Who did you bring him into this?
Well, it was funny because we both got the offer simultaneously.
Yeah.
And I remember sort of thinking, oh my God, there's nothing I would enjoy more than going. We had been speaking about trying to find something to work together. I love him, his entire family, and we were sort of in the same close group of friends.
Yeah.
And we'd never had the opportunity to work. And so we called each other
Instantly.
instantly.
I'm
And I
like,
said,
have
"Did
you read this yet?
Yeah, we were like, you read it? You read it? And
Yeah.
yeah, it was immediate. I mean, the thing that both I think Aaron and I kind of got, we were in total agreement was after speaking to Fly Low, which was like, wow, we were both like,
Just
we're
knows.
fans of him.
Yeah.
We love his work. He's so intelligent and he just had a vision, man. He
Yeah.
really did.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a fan of his for a long time musically. And after sitting down with him and just talking about sort of like his vision of this, what he wanted this journey to be like, it was just such a no-brainer. And then tackling this with her, I mean, the moment her and I started talking about this script, I got an inside look at her process and I'm like, oh my God, she's just such a boss. You know what I mean? Like she's where she's at for a reason. And she just takes everything that she does very seriously and she really cares. And it's just so fun to see.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
she
you.
brought so much to this, just on her own. It was really incredible to see.
I mean, Rhea, if I
Yeah,
may, I mean,
please,
she
please,
look,
I'd love that.
she wakes up on a base camp on another planet, and she is very beat up. She doesn't know what happened. She doesn't really even know who she is. Her entire crew has been murdered, and she's just trying to figure things out. And then all of a sudden, another person shows up at this base camp, and initially she attacks him because she thinks that she's in danger, but he's there to try to help and try to figure out what the hell is going on as well. And so they're just trying to understand if they can trust one another or not.
I think for something like this, when it comes to material like this, I've always been a ginormous fan of psychological thrillers. It's something that I've always sort of in genre bending sort of films that mix and match tones. And so I remember thinking of the movie sort of a bit of the feeling that I had while watching Fight Club and sort of trying to piece things together. And that was something that I felt while reading the script. I feel like anyone that is like an overthinker really reads scripts like trying to figure out what the next step is. And I was really taken aback about how it unravels. And I think that for the creative part of Rhea and Brian, I think personally for me, the journey of just the pure thought of waking up and not knowing who you are, what's happening, is a terrifying feeling that I think we all sort of think of. And at one point of our life, it's like we're so used to our comfort zone in our daily basis. And so throwing yourself as an actor into roles that sort of open that black hole of discovery, of complete discombobulating and really diving into it. It was exciting because also Flylo had this vision of there was not like a necessary structure, so it allowed a lot of performance sort of to roll around and throw things at the wall. I mean, this is an independent film, right? And so it's made in a creative environment where everyone's sort of chiming in with what we think and our approaches. As Aaron was saying, he was kind of the same. And so it was an incredible powwow on a daily basis because we would deconstruct the scene and find how to put in a little hidden egg here, a hidden egg there, and then he could kind of play as a director to roll around the scenes how it felt right for him. So it is exciting, when you're doing a role like that or two roles like that, and it's this constant like not trusting the other person. It just really allows for something in your brain and your energy as an actor to change everything.
He played music on set. Talk about that.
Oh man, when he started doing that, I didn't know he was gonna do that. I was just so in it.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
really-
I
you
was
really
like,
were,
oh, this is
yeah.
how it needs to be done always. I mean, walking on set, just the tone of the film, you saw it. The tone of it is just so unique, and but just being surrounded by that every single day, and then adding music to the mix really just puts you there.
Yeah,
And-
transports you completely. Yes, it does.
So I love that so much. So thank you.
Hey, I think it helps the whole vibe. It helps the whole crew get into. We're all in it, and there's something about sometimes when you play something that's just like super live or whatever, and everyone works a little bit faster, works a little bit harder, and got smiles on their faces and stuff. It's a good thing. It's a good
Because
tool.
we didn't know what was gonna be played next, which was great. You know, it was just like, oh.
Well, he was kind of creating the soundtrack as we were going. So it was incredible because also when you have a director that is a musician and is going to do the whole score, I think that's such a ginormous part of a film is the score. And so when you have a director who not only is, in the movie, but directing the movie and making the movie, it was great because it would set the vibe, right? It would be like, I think here, I remember when you were mentioning, here I'm going to do like a trumpet. And so it really let you transport to what he was envisioning for the scene. We're like sometimes when we do movies,
you're
it's
a musician, so you
and
gotta
it
do
helps.
come on.
Yeah,
So like they get it.
Yeah,
they get it.
it really just sort of. It's interesting because the process usually is the other way around. You shoot the movie, you see some incredible composer come in and then set it out. And then this was the complete opposite. So from the get-go, we knew what we were getting, which was quite exciting.